I'm Angela Worley, and I'll show you a department that's bringing the holiday spirit to you.
I'm Rachel Green here in studio with a Victoria's Secret representative on the University of Utah campus. I'll tell you more.
Coming up, I'll tell you about the youth football and what they have in store.
The college's Fine Arts Advisory Board is issuing a challenge. I'll tell you what that is.
All this and more coming up on Newsbreak.
From the campus of the University of Utah. News produced by students for students.
Good evening and welcome to Newsbreak. I'm Charlie Culbreth.
And I'm Chloe Wynn.
Before we get into tonight's show, Joseph Laney is going to tell us about the alert going on campus about 3 students that were assaulted.
On November 4th, 3 students were assaulted on campus. These attacks happened outside the Marriott Library, inside Orson Spencer Hall, and in the parking lot next to the new track. Salt Lake City Police described the suspect as white male, 30 to 35 years old, 6 feet 3 inches, and about 215 pounds, with short or shaven hair. The campus alert system sends emergency email, text, or voice messages warning students about threats on campus. There are also self-defense classes and security escorts available.
Well, I feel pretty safe on campus. There have been times, though, that at night, if I feel unsafe, I call the campus security and have them escort me to my car. Or last year when I lived in the dorms, I was escorted to my dorms a couple times. Usually I walk around with other people if I have classes with other people and I park near them. But there are also times where I have classes where I don't park next to my friends, so I have to walk by myself, but I feel pretty safe. There are a lot of people walking around on campus. I've heard of the guy being actually in the dance building, but I haven't seen him and I haven't heard of any stories that are intense, just that they've seen someone.
Students are encouraged to call campus police if they have any information. This is Joseph Laney reporting for Newsbreak.
If you feel nervous or scared about walking to your car, dorm, or another building on campus, you can call a safety escort at 801-585-2677. Just tell the dispatcher where you are and request an escort to a particular campus location. Campus security will dispatch a security officer to walk with you or give you a ride to your desired location. ASUU's Government Relations Board is also asking for help. This past March, the Utah legislature approved a 2% budget cut for higher education in Utah, and because of the budget cut, students' tuition was increased to cover the lack of. Now, ASUU is asking for your help in petitioning for more funding.
Standing in Union Plaza, student volunteers tried to gather student-signed petitions against the tuition hike-ups. Since 2008, Utah's higher education fund has been cut by 14%, $106 million. Tiana Tu of the Special Project Committee on the Government Relations Board of ASUU was presented with this challenge.
So Education First was a challenge brought to the members of the Government Relations Board by the Utah State Board of Regents. It is a nonpartisan committee made up of influential members throughout the legislature in Utah, such as former Governor Mike Leavitt, to get education as a priority in the legislative session.
Mike Leavitt, a past governor of Utah, will present the committee's proposed plans to a legislative committee once the session reopens in January. A study done by Georgetown University has projected that Utah's economy will not be economically competitive with the rates its students are graduating. By looking out for the economy, in turn, the committee has acknowledged the vital part education plays into it.
And we need to show the legislators that we are united as a student body in Utah and that we do not appreciate the cuts to our higher education budget.
Come January, the steering committee will hope to push through this new legislature to cap the current resident and out-of-state tuition costs and to stop additional budget cutting. I'm Tiffany Justice reporting for Newsbreak.
On a much lighter note, our own reporter Tanner Hall will tell us about an event where some of our own University of Utah students attended.
You wouldn't know it from this shot, but this was the scene of Salt Lake City's Born This Way flash mob. A flash mob is a group of people who assemble suddenly in a public place, perform an unusual act for the purpose of entertainment or artistic expression, then disperse. Individuals of all ages, ethnicities, backgrounds, and sexual orientation participated in the November 12th flash mob held at the Fashion Place Mall. The purpose of the flash mob was to put aside differences and judgments to come together and dance to the same rhythm. Fernando Noriega, the event coordinator, gives his impression of the flash mob.
I think it was really great. We were really excited. The dancers did great. We had a lot of people from the audience participating, so a lot of people just came in and started trying to dance with us, and I don't think we could have asked for anything more.
Justin Sorensen and Jordan Mikesell were the two choreographers who designed all the dance moves for the flash mob and told me why they arranged the dance moves the way they did.
It's all original choreography. I just made it up, something easy that everybody could do, not just advanced dancers or anything, just something everyone can do with the same message, which is to celebrate life, celebrate who we are.
DJ Licious is who stylized all the music for the dance routine. He DJs all the activities for the flash mob and gives his account of what went down.
There was a crowd and a huge dance, and then as soon as the song was over, everyone dispersed. It went off perfectly, I think.
For anyone interested in participating in future flash mobs can find details on their Facebook page. Just search SLC's Born This Way Flash Mob. Reporting for Newsbreak, I'm Tanner Hall.
Thanks, Tanner. It looks like they all had a lot of fun last Saturday.
Next, Angela Worley will tell us why we should free up our schedule for a night in the beginning of December.
The Department of Ballet is continuing their tradition of excellence.
We're one of the oldest departments dedicated to dance in this country. We're over 50 years old. It's a very demanding major. It's a regular BFA, that's 4 years. It's a restricted major, so you have to audition for it. So in order to get in, you have to first get in the university and then get in the department, so you have to audition. And we're rather strict.
I chose the University of Utah because it's such a classically based ballet department, and it's just, they have a lot of strong, very strong teachers here. Regina Zarina from the Bolshoi and Maureen Laird from Ballet West, and they've just really helped me to grow.
Those who make it to us have been in dance all their life. They grew up dancing because it takes long years of training, and that means that they're very hungry, and that means that they really want to succeed. And next performance is the first 2 weekends of December. We're doing a second act of Nutcracker.
I'm one of the principal roles, kind of the sugar plum fairy of our Nutcracker. It involves a lot of work, a lot of rehearsals with the Nutcracker Prince and myself.
Transforming students into professionals for the world of ballet. This is Angela Worley reporting for Newsbreak.
Be sure to get your tickets for those performances. Now Chloe will tell you about how you can get information on the fine arts events here on campus.
The College of Fine Arts just announced their new smartphone app. The Arts Pass app allows and provides information for fine arts events on the University of Utah campus. This includes dance performances, theater productions, art galleries, screenings, concerts, and more from the departments in the College of Fine Arts. Also included is information on Kingsbury Hall events, Pioneer Theater Company productions, and exhibits at the Utah Museum of Fine Arts. The app allows users to share events on social media such as Facebook and Twitter. Users can also link to the College of Fine Arts website for transit and parking information. You can go to finearts.utah.edu to download the app. This year, the College of Fine Arts Advisory Board is issuing a challenge to alumni, friends, and faculty. The Fine Arts Advisory Board will match all gifts to the Fund for Excellence on a 1-to-2 basis. The Fund for Excellence provides scholarships, special teaching and learning program, educational facilities and technology, and public programs, among others. Gifts at all levels are gratefully accepted. Donors to the Fund for Excellence at the $2,500 and $1,000 levels receive invitations to selected art-related events throughout the year. For more information about the Fund for Excellence, you can contact the College of Fine Arts Development Office at the number on the screen. We'll have more for you after this quick commercial break.
Welcome back to Newsbreak. Now let's go over to Matt Williams to see how our Utes are doing.
After starting 0-4 in conference play, the Utes football team has come alive, winning their last 2 conference games against Oregon State and Arizona. The team looked for win number 3 last Saturday against UCLA. In the snow at Rice-Eccles Stadium on Saturday, the Utes beat up on the Bruins, winning 31-6. John White had yet another great performance, rushing for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. For White, he now has 1,027 yards on the season, which is good for 3rd all-time for rushing yards in a season by a Ute. Conroy Black returned an interception 67 yards for another touchdown. Conroy Black is a candidate for the Mako Bowl Las Vegas Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. With the win, the Utes now have 6 wins on the year, which makes them bowl eligible. Currently, the Utes are projected to play Georgia Tech in the Sun Bowl, which is in El Paso, Texas. After the game, Coach Witt and the guys talked about getting to that 6-win mark in the Pac-12 and getting to another bowl. The Utes hit the road on Saturday as they take on Washington State. The next home game is in 2 weeks as the Utes take on Colorado on Senior Day. That does it for sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Now, Tiffany Justice will tell you why you may have noticed more students having facial hair.
Why No Shave November? Ryan Hutchings, a Spanish and German major, tells us why he got involved.
Few reasons. One, I don't like to shave. Secondly, I thought it was a cool idea. Just kind of unify me and a couple of my friends are doing it. Just kind of something that we could do together.
And he was able to convince his friend Bradley Zentagraph to join him as well with No Shave November. But he had his own reasons why.
Just kind of for effect. I mean, just, yeah, of course you hear about it. Like back in Virginia, my friends, they kind of did it more as kind of like a shock. Like, it'd be like, no shave November, don't shave December, just one more month, January. Like, I don't know, just kind of like, I never went that long. I don't think I've ever really participated, but I've kind of admired from afar.
UPC will be posting before and after shots of each participating student online for students to vote on at the end of the month. The grand prize winner will be receiving bragging rights and a pair of Skull Candy headphones. Women are participating by not shaving their legs for 1 month. Bradley is enjoying No Shave November, but he admits there is one setback, saying the chances of striking it good with the ladies has been a hit or miss.
I don't know, sometimes it's not a huge hit with women. Sometimes it is though. I mean, it just all depends. But maybe it's kind of like if you're going to participate in No Shave November, your chances of striking it well with the ladies is maybe not so good that month. So.
Awards will be given for the longest facial hair, legs for women, the lamest attempt, the most popular, and the best school spirit. Reporting on No Shave November, I'm Tiffany Justice.
To those guys and girls that are participating, don't forget to send the Union Programming Council your before and after pictures, and be sure to like the Union Programming Council on Facebook to check out photos from other events such as bowling nights and Crimson Nights. This year, the University of Utah held the 14th annual Veterans Day celebration. However, this year a new element was added to the celebration, Student Veteran of the Year.
The big thing is this honors a veteran, and the veteran here today, James Cunningham, was selected by other veterans.
Cunningham was honored at a reception in the student lounge of the Union Building that was attended by family, friends, veterans, members of the community, and university faculty. In an award ceremony that followed, Interim University President Dr. Betts introduced the award, and Zions Bank presented a medallion and check for $1,000 to Cunningham, who said this award was about promoting the Veterans Support Center.
You realize there's people here. I can go to the vet center if I just want to chat. There's somebody there I can chat with. If I'm having a hard time, anything, PTSD, anything.
The University Veterans Support Center was established just this year and is committed to reaching out to all veterans on campus. The office has increased the number of identified student veterans from approximately 550 to 1,095 and continues daily to reach out to those veterans who may not yet have identified themselves. Rachel Green is live in studio, and she is going to tell us why we have a Victoria's Secret rep on campus. Rachel?
Thank you, Charlie. Women's apparel accounts for 65% of the $165 billion adult clothing industry, but sales fell 2.3% last year for ladies' apparel. I'm here with Corey, who's the Victoria's Secret rep for the University of Utah. Corey, what are some of the events that you've held on campus to promote Victoria's Secret?
Well, at the beginning of the year, we had a Zumba event in the Union. After that, we had a small kind of tabling fest at Songfest, and then we just had a Heartbreaker Bash for a bra event. So, yeah.
Corey, tell us a little bit about the sorority challenge that you held on campus.
To kind of gain popularity, since this is our first year on campus, we just challenge the sororities to have a contest, having their photo on our page, and whatever photo got the most likes won some prizes from us. So Delta Gamma won, and we also gained 3,000 likes. So
that's a lot. Well, Corey, upcoming, I believe you have a fashion show. Is that right? What can you tell us about this event?
So it's on the 29th from 9 to 11. It's going to be a black tail kind of affair. And it's just, skate, come down and watch the runway show, and it's all free for students.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Corey. And back to you guys.
Thanks, Rachel. A link to Corey's Facebook page will be posted on our website. And to see these stories again, or to see other stories, log on to newsbreak.utah.edu.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Newsbreak. Thank you for watching the show produced by students, for students, and have a great night.